What's popping with y'all? So I just did the video on mental health. Yeah, I'm not sure if y'all know or not, but I like to record more than one video in one span of time. It just makes more sense to do because if I'm gonna do one 10-minute rant, then it don't make no sense to just do one and just be done with it. Especially since it's 6:30 in the morning right now, and I need to go back to bed before I go to work because I only had 3 hours of sleep. That's beside the point. One thing I wanted to just touch on. And all my rants, there's a reason that they're 10 minutes. Because I post these on Facebook and I post them on IGTV. IGTV's limit is 10 minutes, so I try to keep them to 10 minutes. I don't really like going over that. Plus, I feel like 10 minutes is a sweet spot. Like, not too long, but it's not too short where it's like you can't get a point across. So, yeah. So after a minute of wasting our time with that intro, uh, let me just speak a little bit on being wary of the people you keep around you. You have to be very mindful of the people around you, the people you consider your friends, your acquaintances, the company that you keep. Because to be quite honest with you, the company you keep is gonna make or break you. I'm a person that likes to spread positive energy, and I'm a person that considers themselves to be very ambitious and want more in life. I said want more because I want more than just more. I want a lot. um, yeah, that's me logicizing my mistake, but whatever. Uh, I feel like the people you keep around you are either gonna bring you up or they're gonna bring you down. Now, like I said, I like to emit a lot of positive energy, and some people really enjoy positive energy. Like they need that around them, they want that around them, but positive energy is attractive. Now, if you're somebody that emits positive energy, then it's gonna be real easy for people to want to attach to that, regardless of what they got going on, because they see like, yo, this person's positive, like they're great for me. But just because that you might be great for that person doesn't mean that person is great for you. Um, People like to leech on to energy, and as sad as that may sound, like if somebody leeches on and if you feel like you're expending all your energy trying to support them and make sure they're straight, you're not getting anything in return. Not like in our friendship, not even talking about like something like, oh, I did this for you, you do this for me. No, but just like somebody's presence, like your very presence can be reassuring to somebody. Like so I've been in situations where I've had friends who are like, yeah, I appreciate what you're saying right now, or they like my energy, but also realizing like, yo, like we're not really friends. You just kind of just come to me for advice, and you kind of just like the energy I put out there, like, and that's cool and all, but don't call it what it is. Like, don't try to say, oh yeah, we friends, and that's just what it is. It's just a one way street. Nah, it don't work that way. Do not work that way. It doesn't. People around you. Now, say you have real ambitions and you want to get some things done in life. If you're around people who don't want to do anything and they are very complacent in their lives, and you know what, they feel like I don't want to do anything more than what I'm already doing, and they're okay with mediocre, then mediocre is gonna become okay to you because that's what you see, and you're like, you know what, they're sustaining. Like maybe I really don't need all this. Depending on just how easily influenced you are, you might be influenced to say, you know what, nah, I'm gonna do the exact same thing that they do. You don't want that. It's real hard to keep a good circle of individuals around you that are like minded, that are very strong willed, because it takes getting to know people. And you don't really know about somebody, you don't really know how somebody is until you've known them, until you've talked to them, until you've had an interaction with them. And people can be very fooling, like just because like I can read somebody like that, and I've pretty much been able to categorize, okay, this is the type of person that is. But if I can read who you are from jump, it's gonna make me very, very like, okay, like I'm gonna be looking out for certain things to happen and certain things to be an excuse, or I'm just gonna be aware of it. So before I even get into my friendships or I meet somebody and we have a conversation, I'm very skeptical of, what, who is this person? How do they react to certain things? Like, is this gonna be somebody? Is this somebody that I can tolerate? You can't just be around somebody and say, oh yeah, like we friends, and you barely tolerate this person. Like, nah. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to stress myself out any more than I need to over a friendship than I am over real life things as far as work issues, school issues, anything like that. So, it's hard. I'll be the first person to tell you, like, I've had friends again who have been true friends, and I've also had people who have just been attracted to my energy, and I realize those are the people who aren't healthy for me. Like, you have to not even, not to sound selfish or anything, but you have to be cognizant of yourself and how you feel, the friends that you keep, because if you everybody relies on you, then who do you rely on? I'm an individual like that, but I've also learned to confide in others, confide in people that I actually care about, and I found that it's a little bit more reassuring to have somebody else that isn't you give you an opinion on matters that you're going through. Not a bad thing, but you got to know the people. You got to keep a real good circle. I got people who are real ambitious. I got people who are real innovative. I have friends who have ideas around apps. I have graphic designer friends, animator friends. I got people who want to open businesses. I have friends who have open businesses. You know, and it's all inspiring. Like you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad to see anybody who has some level of success and is doing well for themselves and wants well for them, not only themselves but the people around them. My friends, I want nothing but the best for them and the people around them. But it all starts with putting in the work. You don't want to be around nobody that just tries to leech off you and isn't doing anything for you as a friend, or just trying to take advantage of you, because people will take advantage of you, and once they do take advantage of you, then it's like, damn, I wasted all this time. Nah. Even when you feel like you wasted your time, it's just a lesson. It just lets you know who you don't want to be around. It lets you know these are the people that aren't good for me, and these are the people that are good for me. And just because you hear something that you don't want to hear from somebody that like, there's plenty of times where I might argue with somebody, and it's usually the people I love, like my mom and, my grandmother, my girlfriend, my dad, like everybody around me that I actually love. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm aware and I'm appreciative of the words that they might give, but I'm probably a little bit more resistant to it for whatever reason. But I don't know. I think that's just the love dynamic, and like, listen, like, let me just live my life, But they just want to see you do well too. So once you get out of your own way and allow other people to give you advice, to allow other people to actually speak to you, you probably get a lot farther. And that also goes with I figure I don't need to make a whole video out of this. I can just tie this into here. Also, don't let other people around you and your friends' success dictate how fast you need to be moving. Listen, I got people I done went to high school with that done open businesses years later without having to go to college, but I've also known people who have gone to college, gotten a whole degree, did all that, and still opened a business. Don't let somebody else's timeline dictate your timeline. Your timeline of success is your timeline of success. But again, that's also the people you keep around you. They might accelerate it, they might decelerate it. Company you keep around you is real important these days, man. You never know who's gonna do what. And you also want to make sure that you're not with a bunch of people that might front for, Instagram, might front for social media and say, yeah, that's my bro, that's my bro, that's my bro, and then they get into the company of people they don't really rock with like that, and they just talk all types of craziness about you. No, 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 no. It's one thing about me. I'm real big on loyalty, and I'm real big on people. If we're friends, then we're friends. I'm not going to sit there and let nobody talk about my friends any old which way. My boy was telling me about that the other day. I'm like, yo, that's not cool. Like, if we're supposed to be boys, if we're supposed to be cool, like, why is it that I'm sitting here having to worry about how you're going to talk about me in the company of your peoples? Or somebody don't like you, so, you're not going to defend them. You're just going to sit there and not say nothing. Nah, bro. It don't work that way. Like, I haven't, my day one since third grade. I was in high school. Somebody was sitting there talking a mess about him, and I was like, "Yo, you're not gonna sit there and talk about him like that." He's like, "Oh yeah, I don't really like him like that." I said, "We don't like you either, so that's probably why." But you're not gonna sit there and sit in a large group and sit and talk candidly about somebody that I actually know. You feel what I'm saying? And I consider my best friend. That's a whole different topic, whole different story. But Watch yourself, man. Watch your circle. Be safe out there. Keep them windows broke. Now that's terminology my father taught me. Keep your windows broke. Stay over 50. All that. But stay aware. Stay knowing the people around you and the energy that they bring to you. You want people to bring value to you the same way you bring value to people. Know yourself and know the worth that you bring to other people's lives. Because it's powerful. And yeah, y'all be great. Y'all be amazing. I'm out.